Hello, is there anybody there? Is there anybody there? There is. Hello, everybody. Hello, viewer. Today it is Wednesday, January the 3rd. It is 2020. Yes, it is 2024. I am Mr. Broon. And I trust you are all doing very well today. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. On this evening's first live stream of the year, we are discussing the goings on. Well, it says here, the goings on in the entertainments and on the social media. Well, we kind of are. It was a week. Well, it wasn't. It was a few days where shite happened in Hollywood, always does. And did any bad stuff happen in real life? Perhaps it's taking time off for the festive period. I hope so. So, as I always say, if you've not shut down for the evening, lots to get through. Well, there isn't. Shall we get the cats out? They weren't herding, as it were. Oh dear. Let's do it. Let's get the cats out. Let's get them guests out. Okay, so from a VPN far, far away, it's the golden reach around droid of choice. It's, well, you know it is. Zee-ThreePIO.
Oh, you lucky people.
Coming in hot with the blown mic. Hello, Z.
Hello there. How's things?
Better than your mic. Happy New Year, my friend.
Oh, Happy New Year to you and Happy New Year to the chat. Oh, look at them wanting bummings already.
I know, they're coming in hot. Can you believe
I
it?
know.
60 people want bumming.
Well, they've come to the right place.
Form an orderly queue, folks.
And I do accept Imperial credits.
Just out of curiosity, what is the most people you've bummed in one evening?
5.
5.
Yes.
I won't ask who they are purely because of data protection and client confidentiality and all.
Client confidentiality, of course.
Yes, yes. So is everything good with you, my friend?
Apart from the hemorrhoids, I'm absolutely fine.
No laughing matter, my friend. Shall we get the next beep?
Oh, let's do that.
Okay. As I said, we're a bit short for guests this evening, but we've got quality guests. Next, he is becoming the backbone of the channel, always willing to step in where others fear to tread. I made up on the hoof then. It is Professor Artoo.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Evening, mate. You all right?
Hey there, Z. Good to see you again. Hey there,
you
Brune.
too.
I'm doing all right. Doing all right this evening.
Have I seen you since New Year? Happy New Year, my friend.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone in the chat. Yeah. Always fun to start a new year. Always hopeful. That usually gets ruined pretty quickly, but
yeah, especially after this stream, probably. So that'll be that out the window. So good New Year, my friend. Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. It's going to be a good one, I think.
Oh, fingers crossed.
We'll see.
Fingers
We'll
crossed.
See.
Fingers crossed. Okay.
Great well, at least until November in the US, and then things are going straight to hell.
So. I love November, favorite month. Great to have you on, my friend.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know. Last but by no means least, well, it says he is the wise elder, but he's not here. Set your Jedi power phasers to stunning and brave. You know it. Here he is, folks. Here he is. Here he is. Not Brian.
Evening, Brun. Evening,
Hello.
chat. Evening, fellow guests. How are we all this evening?
Pretty good, my friend. You?
Not too bad, not too bad. I see we still have the decorations up, as Z pointed out in the green room.
12th night, isn't it? Not yet. 12th night, everybody.
Possibly another 3 days to go, but yes.
Sword in the Storm. Brown is the only one who couldn't be asked to change his avatar. I haven't got another one to change too. Let me have a look. Talk amongst yourselves. So, how are you, Brian? Have I seen you since New Year's?
I'm not sure. I've seen you. I'm doing not too bad, thank you. I'm sure after a couple of sherbet lemons, will be feeling just dandy and ready to go in this superb live stream that we've got lined up.
I'm just trying to. I'm going to go Robo. Let's go Robo. Go Robo. Yeah. I need to sort some avatars out. So, everything good then, Brian? Yes. Great to have you, mate.
Until you changed that avatar to that horrible Peter Weller stretched face thing going on.
Let's go Robo. Go Robo. Go Robo.
I don't know, mate. It looks like my ballsack with eyes.
Give us festive Spock again.
Okay. Talking about this is going really well. Hello, chat. By the way, hello. Boomerang. Okay, so you want me to change to what about this one? This is a good one from the Blast from the Past.
I'll do. It's mildly sacrilegious, but it'll do.
Yeah. Okay. So, shall we get somebody else on?
Yes.
Even though,
do it,
because people are asking to come in. See, here we go. Smylex, I could definitely have squeezed in between Brown and Brian. I'd never come between the gay droids.
Uncle Owen comes between us gay droids all the time.
Smylex, have I got you on Twitter? I don't know. I'm a boomer. Would you like to come on? You're more than welcome, my friend. Okay. So, folks, okay, let's do some slides. TBA number 28. That's one more than 27, I do believe. I'm still persevering with the season's greetings. I do like this. No, Daddy, no. Did anybody see the new trailer for, was it the first Omen? Today, that dropped.
No.
They're obviously retconning it.
Oh, fuck off, are they?
Guess what? I think it was of Stunning and Brave ladies as well, obviously.
No, I've not seen it.
Yeah, first Omen today. I just thought, okay. And I think it was all backwards as well. If I'm putting two and two together, I think it is the birth of Damien. I might be wrong though. I'm frequently wrong, But season's greetings, everybody. The Omen, check it out. It's a great film. It's a great film.
You've definitely got your money's worth out of that slide this season.
I'm thinking of keeping
definitely.
I'm thinking of keeping it every stream. I love it. Because it's retro. It's cool, man.
Moving on.
No, yes.
Use it for Easter. Could use it for just any season. Valentine's Day.
Seasons of things.
Gregory. It is Gregory Peck, isn't it?
Gregory Peck.
Great actor.
Yes.
Lee Remick. Great actress back then, yes. And Damien. No, Damien, no. Okay, please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Please donate the channel if you're feeling that way inclined. Here you go. Sword in the Storm. Hello, my friend. The First Omen in cinemas, April 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
The original film we're talking here. Sorry, I was being very heavily distracted by the chat. I've been sitting typing for the last 15 minutes. So they're bringing the original Omen, back to the cinema. Is that what you're telling us, Brown?
Negative. They are. I think it's a prequel to the
Yeah.
Omen. The First Omen.
Mm.
That's what it's called. The First Omen.
The punchable faces nailed it. If you look at
It is. It is. We all know
Yes.
it is.
The First Omen. It's an up-and-coming American supernatural horror. Let's have a look. It's a prequel to The Omen. Follows an American woman. Put a chick in it and make her gay and lame. Sent to work at a church in Rome, but uncovers a sinister conspiracy to bring about the birth of the Antichrist. Dun, dun, dun.
What? The Birth of KK?
Yes, it's currently coming out April the 5th, 2024.
Men, they are worse than Satan.
They are now. Ugh.
Guilty as charged.
Can we just go home, everybody?
Oh, go on then. I'll let you.
Why are men shit? Panel? Z, any ideas? Why are chat? This is open to you as well.
Could it be
Why
something to
are-
do with middle class feminist bigots on the go who never
Yeah,
got a pony that their
Okay,
dad should have supplied for them?
That's an interesting theory. Yeah.
Okay,
Could
Z,
be.
why are men shit?
Well, it's the unstoppable rise of misandry, isn't it? Which is being injected into everything. Apparently, we're the bad guys, especially if we're white.
Oh, yes.
It's even worse.
Even droids,
Even
Es-
droids,
especially
The-
droids.
anything that is white male presenting, that includes you, Paige, is being vilified by everybody. It's apparently our fault for everything.
Okay,
We did it personally.
Yeah. Chat, this question is open for you, and just one comment from each of you, and I'll flash it up. So, why are men shite? Would you say
Don't have
that's
babies.
correct, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't have babies. We get to die younger and we go bald. Well, some of us do.
I blame the penis. R2, why are men shite?
We're just all so very toxic. Just toxic. Anything we do is toxic masculinity. Anytime we have any kind of anything that we want to do or we want to achieve, it's just toxic because we are men and we're part of the patriarchy. So yeah, we don't even let mothers come in the room and watch an exorcism. I mean, come on.
Rust in peace. I know when the chat is really animated because if I've highlighted a comment, it just disappears, and then I have to scroll up, and it's usually just a couple of little clicks, whereas then it was just literally about 15 pages. Rust in peace. See what the director of the new Star Wars movie said. I like to make men uncomfortable.
What's she going to do? Send us a naked selfie or something?
Well, with a face like hers,
no, well,
job done.
It's 2024. She'll probably send you a dick pic.
Do you know what, Dr. Iceman? I think Dr. Iceman must be my long lost son, because I was thinking exactly the same thing. Because 99.9% of oil rig workers are men. 99% of troops sent in hostile environments are men. 99% of sanitation workers are men. 90% of pilots are men. Of course, men are the worst.
Yeah, we absolutely suck.
Black lives or black knives. That's very, very toxic
Yep.
comments.
Oof.
Oof. I'm not even going to read that one. Shh.
She's apparently a Pakistani Canadian journalist and filmmaker, documentary filmmaker, feminist documentary filmmaker. So I think she's come from Pakistan at some point, where clearly women were oppressed, and landed in Canada only to realise the women in Canada are even more oppressed, according to the activists.
All right, so we're getting it in the neck because of that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. See, we're not oppressed. Everyone else oppressed. We're not oppressed.
Facts.
So.
Are we the baddies?
Yes, we are.
You're not.
Absolutely.
You're not.
According to the toxic feminists, yes.
I will say, my friend, if your avatar is accurate, you are not the enemy. We are. Let's see what else. Okay, Emperor Goodwin. Because 50% of the population can't be responsible for their behaviors. Wayfarer project. Men are shit because they have dangly bits. Yes.
Some more dangly than others.
It's a curse, but a blessing sometimes. More of a curse, I feel. George Watt. The penis is responsible for everything. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Manuel, we should get some t-shirts. There are. I've seen t-shirts with this. Hello, Manuel. The patriarchy. TM. Yeah. Any more? Let's have a look. Men is number one on everything, even being shit. Go men, yes. They're the default. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yes. Okay.
We'll
leave the. We'll do the last comment. A man is shit because a woman created it, and and everything women create is shit. Look at KK.
QED.
Yeah. Okay. It's not good, is it, folks?
No.
Welcome to 19. In fact, I'll say welcome to 2024.
You went to say 2024 there, didn't you? And you accidentally started with
19.
19. You're an old bastard.
1924.
25 years ago, Brown.
1968, where it all started going wrong. Okay, so how do we want to play this, boys? Do you want to talk about this?
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Disney handing over the reins to a $67 billion franchise to a Pakistani feminist activist and journalist to create a movie that nobody wants. Let's talk about that.
Go on then.
I mean, what the hell is this?
Yeah, exactly.
I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. Fuck off, you absolute misandrist. How about you make a film for everyone, regardless of race or sex, and stop saying division from the outset? She's literally just gone and alienated half of the dominant demographic for this IP.
Yeah, you've literally just told half of your possible audience, I don't want you to see my movie.
Yeah,
In what world is that a good strategy for selling something and making money? I mean, yeah, I know these people are activists first. I'm well aware.
It's a good business
seriously,
model.
Wow.
I mean, this is some next level Rachel Zegler shit, isn't it?
It is.
Somebody at Disney should really tell her to shut her fat mouth. Because she's doing the brand no favors at all.
Nope.
Won't KK be vacillating over it, though?
What, like she did over Patty Jenkins?
Yes.
We all know how that panned out, didn't we?
Well, it didn't, did it?
No, not at all. You're never going to see Rogue Squadron. You're never going to see Ryan's trilogy either. Don't tell him. It'll kill him.
Oh.
Well, I did. That's why he's not here. He's just devastated. Brian, did you see the interview?
I saw the little clip that was going around the internet.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing it in context. However, I don't think the context would probably make it much better. I called this out quite some time ago when I read her credentials way back. A feminist documentary filmmaker who's also an activist on the fly. Why you wouldn't get someone who is passionate about making Star Wars instead of this kind of person? But I was going to say I don't know, but I know exactly why. It's because of Kathleen Kennedy and her agenda. Fair enough, she wants to give women a greater chance in Hollywood. Nothing wrong with that per se, but to do it for Star Wars, especially a franchise that is faltering. We've not had a film since 2019. They've been shitting themselves to bring any films out. And this is the avenue she goes down. It is absolutely crazy. And at this point, I'm almost hoping that she actually gets to make her film, because I think it'll be fucking hilarious how bad it will be.
I want them to put 350 million into this movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It will make the failure of the Dial of Destiny look like nothing. It will fail so hard it will be astounding.
The big question is, who is Phoebe Waller-Bridge going to play in this movie?
She'll be the new emperor. There'll be a new clone of the emperor, and it'll be a woman this time.
Sorry, Z, you were saying?
This is actually quite maddening, because it wasn't 2 months ago that Bob Iger in a town hall meeting said he was ready to build original stories and not push agendas.
Oh, that was always bullshit.
That was a lie, wasn't it?
That was always bullshit.
I will just say, Rest in Peace has got it. This is, it's an old clip, but it obviously, like with most things, it disappears, and then just when you least expect it, resurfaces. This is an old clip. Latest, she said, makes for a change to shape Star Wars, ignoring KK as shaped Star Wars for years.
Yes, well, the quote was, "We're in 2024. It's about time we have a woman shape a story in a galaxy far, far away," which is obviously a kick in the teeth of other notable female Star Wars directors, such as Deborah Chow, Bryce Dallas Howard, or even Sophie Coppola, or Coppola,
or any of the other women who've been part of creating Star Wars for the last decade.
Yeah, like Leah Brackett's writing credit on Empire, Gloria Katz, who was a script doctor for A New Hope, and even Marsha fucking Lucas.
Yeah.
I was going to say
Marsha fucking Lucas.
Yeah,
it just shows the ignorance. Do you know? I mean, where's she been for the last 10 years, or even as Z pointed out, even longer? She's been cryogenically frozen next to Walt or something. I really don't get it.
Well, this woman's directed like what, one thing?
Well, she's done an animated series and a couple of documentaries and some films about life in Pakistan, which obviously makes her well qualified for taking on a franchise of this magnitude.
Oh, well, yes, of course.
I will briefly say in the chat, Phoebe will play Captain
Katana.
I think you know what it means. Look who it is, everybody. Smylex, Otter.
Hey.
Hey!
Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Hello, Smylex. How are you, my friend?
Oh my god, I am so excited.
No, just call me
Welcome
Mr. Brown.
aboard.
This is like a dream come true. You've restored my faith in this channel. It was definitely going downhill until I got here.
That's it, everybody. Thank you. Good night. See you next time.
And if we bring
Otter
Jay
killed
on,
it.
it's going to go right back down the toilet, right?
Otter killed it, everybody.
Sorry.
So Smylex, for the people at home, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I mean, clearly I'm a weasel, but I'm quite a nice one. I feel like I'm probably about the same age as Z, who's really, really old. Because he gets all my references about Halo Jones and terrible things like Gru. So, yes, I listen to a lot of the same shit that he listens to. I've bumped into Artoo already, and I think most of the chat know who I am. I'm generally rubbing fonts with most of them. Making a nuisance of myself. Oh, and I'm probably local to you, Mr. B. In fact, I use the same cinema quite regularly. It's not nice in there.
It's okay.
Oh, it's not so much the place; it's the people.
It's Cass, isn't it?
It is.
Las
I
Vegas.
was in there on Saturday and watching Ferrari, and two gentlemen were escorted out after much interactions from the staff. About the third time, they had to get security, and it all got very abusive. And I was offered free tickets. It was more drama than what was actually on the screen, to be fair. But yeah, that's a typical.
Oh, you've met my father. You've met my father.
Yes,
He's 95. You've met him.
yes,
Yes.
yes, I have.
Was there also a man in the front row who kept yelling, "It's shit"?
I don't think he's allowed in our cinema.
Oh, okay.
Here you go, folks. Welcome on board, my friend. Here you go. Nameless, no name. Sounds northern. Yes.
So sadly, that is a case. I am northern.
Yes.
I'm apologising for it now.
Here you go, Tom. McLaren drivers. It's a thinking man's joke. I salute them. Was Ferrari any good? I was thinking about going to see it.
It's all right. I would recommend. It's a film you could probably get just as much out of if you watched it at home than on the big screen. I mean, I like Michael Mann. He's usually very, very good with the camera work. He loves his lenses, but I think he went entirely digital with this because there was a little bit of sort of pixelation tearing around the edges. I don't know whether that was the screen or whether that was the what was filmed, but it didn't look as great as his usual stuff. But I thought the film was fine. He's got a bit of a pacing issue. It's a little bit of a sort of a daytime soapy feel to it. But yeah, it's all right. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. So Smylex film reviews on Mr. Brown
There you go.
Alliance. There you go. We will not talk about it again. Smylex, did you see this woman floating around?
I have seen
Any thoughts, my friend?
clips. I have seen this clip. It is, of course, of no surprise to anybody that Disney is putting a chick in it and making it lame and gay. Yeah, this is the same news we've really had for about 10 years since Kathleen took charge of the franchise, I guess. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm kind of with Brian. I used to be a Star Wars fan, and not so much these days. It is now for somebody else. I'm not sure who those people are because they're certainly not going to see these things and not watching them on TV. I think it's really just made now for YouTubers.
Hey, Gavin Blackburn will have one.
I think Gavin's taking one for the team. I salute you, Gavin. Well done. Stepping in where others fear to tread.
Even I'm not going there, Gavin. It's all yours.
So when exactly did your love of Star Wars die?
I think it was. Is Ruin's not listening? Is he?
No.
I was okay with The Force Awakens to a degree. I had an uncomfortable car ride home trying to defend my position, suggesting that okay, it was a retread, but maybe this is setting it all up for something really good in parts 2 and 3. But yeah, I think 2, I came out of there and I don't know, I was very quiet. And I mean, I knew about 10, 15 minutes in that was not good. I think the mother joke at the start, the telephone mother joke at the start was already setting the tone in a way that I was not feeling right with. And then by the time we got to the end of it, I was Luke sort of just an anti-hero at this point. I think I'd just given up. I think this is a fairly familiar story.
Yeah. Didn't really die for me until we got to Ahsoka. And then it was just buried in the ground.
I didn't even see part 3 of that trilogy, that sequel trilogy. I didn't even go to see The Rise of Skywalker. It just the second one upset me so much.
Not seen it.
Still haven't seen it to this day. I think I've seen more of Star Wars on this channel than I actually have anywhere else in the last 10 years.
Here you go, folks. Arch Colin, hello, my friend. Happy New Year. At Miss Spanner answered me. Like many modern day creatives, Shamin is making this movie for herself and KK. I did that last bit, but it's
a good point. A good point.
Yeah,
Bro, can I make a very quick request?
Possibly.
Can you switch my avatar with Smylex? Because his is kind of half covered up with stuff. So
Okay,
As
it'd
he's
be
just new
rude
to the
to.
channel. Yep.
Okay, and you like to mess about in the snow, don't you?
Like to be on the bottom.
Okay, so has everybody given an opinion on this? Anything more to
Does
add?
anybody honestly think this is going to hit the big screen?
I'd be very surprised.
Yep. I'm giving it
Really?
50-50 odds that ever comes out at all.
Yeah.
I
no
think it'll be
chance.
cancelled within the next 12 months.
I mean, hasn't Kathleen effectively got rid of more directors than she's than she's actually cast? I mean, she's wiped out so many of them before they've finished their projects. I'd be very surprised if this ever goes anywhere other than straight to streaming.
I definitely want to see some of these projects and perhaps some draft script outlines to see exactly what it is we weren't getting. What was so dire that even Lucasfilm rejected it? Obviously, we've got Rebel Moon for a start.
Yeah,
Oh.
we almost got Rouge Squadron, didn't we?
Yeah,
Which
which
was the only thing I was kind of interested in, despite the fact that it had been directed by it was going to be directed by somebody who did WW84. But I mean, at least that could have been an interesting idea. But yay, I think as Brownie often says, it's because we want it.
Because you wish it. Yeah. Yeah. We said
Go
I
ahead.
was going to say Rogue Squadron could have been the one to get some fans back on side.
Yep.
But it'd have been just full of shite.
Has anybody seen the fan film, by the way? Did anybody watch the fan film that sort of appeared on YouTube in the last few days? Was it called Wingman?
No.
Oh, check it out. There's
got a link.
I can probably find you a link.
I do believe your wrench. You can put the.
I can do that. But
Star Wars fan film, yes.
Yeah, it was a fan film, and it's got the same problems a lot of fan films do. You know, the acting is a bit suspicious, but the effects are great, and it's pretty much all inside the cockpit of various fighters, just having a massive dogfight for about 45 minutes. It's entertaining, it's well done, and it's certainly better than anything that Disney's putting out. But it just gives you a little glimpse as to what you could have had from Rogue Squadron as well.
In the chat, Wingman KFC cut. Thinking Man's joke. I thoroughly encourage Thinking Man's jokes. I've got a super chat. May I do a super chat? Brian, are you available, please, my friend?
Possibly.
Yes.
Nameless No Name for £1.99 in the chat says, greetings. I bring from Jar to all ragamuffin.oe.
Runtings.
Oh,
Brian, you're very good at doing voices. I salute you. Okay.
Don't you sell yourself short. Your Jamaican accent is legendary.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Runtings.
Speaking of fan films, did anybody watch the Clone Wars Battle of the Heroes? That was released this week.
No.
Another fan film.
It's another fan film,
Wow.
except it's animated, done in the Clone Wars style, where they've animated a deleted scene or storyboarded scene from Clone Wars Season 6, and also done the Obi-Wan versus Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith. So definitely worth checking out. It's all been animated in the Clone Wars style. There's a few minor glitches in it, but I'll put a link in the chat, and I can thoroughly recommend that you check it out.
I'm assuming Sword in the Storm, that's the fan film. What's it called again? Smylex?
It's called Wingman, and yes, that is the link for it.
Yeah. Very good. It seems to me the only decent Star Wars content coming out is fan-made.
I think there's still love for it. There's still love for the franchise out there. It's just
there is.
It's now. We are the rebellion, effectively. It's just the fans holding this crap together because the major empire is not doing it anymore. Sorry, did I bring you down?
You almost killed it. I think I kind of more, with my dramatic pause, killed it.
I've got the dramatic pause. I'm the weasel here.
Your accent doesn't sound very Yorkshire.
Yeah, I think my entire family talks a little bit more broad than I do. I don't know what I feel it's a subconscious choice that we make as a kid. I think I was raised by TV, so it's surprising I don't talk like Tom Selleck really, or Kojak,
Who loves you,
or the
baby?
Smurfs.
There you go. Punchable Face, made in Unreal Engine 5. I'm assuming that's the fan film.
Yeah. Have we mentioned before the Darth Angelus project that he's working on? The making Heir to the Empire animated version is. He
No.
continues to Darth Angelus. What's his name? Yeah, he's making Heir to the Empire. He's been animating the whole thing himself, chapter by chapter, straight from the book.
Why doesn't Disney hire these people? Because they've obviously got more clue.
Because you wish it.
Because you wish it. Perhaps these peeps who make these fan films should. I'm going to try and be careful here.
I'm feminists, Brown.
Feminist, yeah, that'd be a good start. Amongst, could have some pronouns in the name. That might help. What do you think? Other criteria?
Saying
Moving
nothing.
on. Okay, that's a stream killer. Okay, shall we move on from this one?
Move
to,
along.
well, it's kind of a side.
Please take it off the screen, Brown.
Yes, it's a sidestep.
Bogged. Oh no!
Oh,
Nah.
Okay. She looks very fetching in that beret. Director Charmin how do you pronounce it?
Or by Chinoy.
On the
Or
upcoming.
Puchinolov.
Is that a Star Wars name?
It is now. Upcoming new Jedi Order movie. I'm very thrilled about the project because I feel what we're about to create is something so stunning and brave. And we're in 2024 now. It's about, I'm fucking this up, sorry folks. And it's about time that we had. In fact, tell you what, should we do it from the top?
Okay.
I'm very thrilled.
ASMR
Fucking
voice.
hell.
We'll get there eventually, folks. Persevere. I'm very. I'm going to fuck this up on I am. I'm very thrilled about the project because I feel what we're about to create is something very special. And we're in 2024 now. And it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape a story in a galaxy, blah, 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 blah. What do you think?
Unless her tits have written a New York Times bestseller, then I think the fact that she's a woman is completely irrelevant.
It is.
Yep.
They always feel the need to put the year in, don't they? It's 2024. It always seems to put the year in. It's 2022. It's a different time. It's
it's a new day now. Come on.
Jennifer Lawrence levels of projection, isn't it? This is the first female Star Wars ever.
I've got an idea for a new show. Should we get rid of the musings on Sunday and just call it Bogged?
May as well, Brown.
Yeah,
Bogged.
Fiona won't turn up, but okay.
And Luke Skywalker was so crushing on his sister. Weird.
Weird.
Do we feel sorry for Daisy?
No.
No.
There you go.
You know, I do a bit. I do. I mean, she's an actress. This is a job for her. I don't know that she has the same feminist, deeply, toxic feminist leanings that some others do. I think she just needs a job. She needs work.
Well, yeah. Is she being a puppet for the puppet masters, been abused, as it were?
I think a career in Holby City awaits, and I think they would leap at the chance of putting her into some sort of daytime soap opera on ITV. So
Is Doctor's still on? That might be the perfect gig for her. She did once play a corpse back in was it Prime Suspect or something? She played a dead body, and it's been her most convincing role. It just appears to be her forte.
She has
By the way,
range, that's for sure.
Did she go to the same haircut as a certain leader of the Third Reich? Same hairdresser in that photograph.
Oh,
Who's that then?
Don't go there.
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay. So anything to add? It's just fucking depressing, isn't it?
Yeah, move on.
Because obviously this was taken at Star Wars Europe last year.
Do you think they had some sort of order to dress in red, white, and blue?
What I was thinking with that photograph was, has she finally embraced the Skywalker thing and lost an arm?
Possibly.
It's not AI though. The fingers are okay.
I'm wondering what kind of threat can possibly rise from the galaxy to challenge all of the Jedi.
All of the Jedi. Oh,
She is all the Jedi,
and all of
and
every woman.
Yeah, and she's bypassed the compressor.
Very good at that.
She's got it all going on right here. How is this not going to be a success? I just don't know. I don't know. Book me a ticket now, for God's sake.
There is one good thing about Rey, though. It was probably the last really good piece of music that John Williams has written for a character.
Agreed. 100%.
Yeah.
Pretty good, wasn't it? Pretty good. Shame he probably didn't know where the character was going, but hey.
We did not have a problem really with Force Awakens, would you say?
I did. It was a lame retread of A New Hope.
Well,
I thought
we did afterwards
because of that, but
we did afterwards.
We did straight from the fucking the first poster. I looked at a Star Killer base and I went, "Oh no! Don't tell me they're going to try and do another Death Star, for the love of God!" And sure enough,
bigger.
I didn't go to that level because I just Star Trek, you see. So really, Star Wars fans were like, "Oh no, here we go again."
I wasn't. I was weirdly optimistic, and I don't know why, because I should have had exactly the same reaction as Z and Brian. Because, I mean, I've been a fan of this since I was 5 years old. I mean, I love it. So, I think I just expected it to. I knew that Harrison Ford was likely not going to be in the next one, so his demise was not as surprising as it was to me as it was to other people. But I came out thinking, all right, it's a setup. Yeah, okay, it was lazy. But it did have moments in it which were kind of entertaining, I thought, and I thought, well, okay, these characters are all a bit sort of, they're kind of avatars in some respects, but if you give them a second act that is brilliant, a second movie which is fantastic, does go the full Empire Strikes Back route, then there's something here. But obviously, ruin.
What a great film. What a great follow-up.
Wayland
Z,
disagrees with me.
Z, so your thoughts of TFA?
Well,
Good,
as
bad?
Wayland Bucephus says, TFA was utter dog shit.
Yeah.
I will give it this, though. J.J. Abrams did set up a lot of mystery boxes that I was expecting to get paid off in the second film.
Right.
Yep.
And when Ryan completely ignored every single one of them, I was a little bit miffed.
But were your expectations subverted?
Oh yeah, absolutely. To the point that it stopped me being a fan.
The point that you just hated yourself for even watching.
That I burned my Millennium Falcon. Yeah.
What?
No, I didn't. I've still got it.
Gavin Blackburn, The Force Awakens is the wonder bra of Star Wars films. Looks great until you uncover it.
Nice one, Gavin.
That's fantastic, is that?
That's a good analogy, Gavin.
Yes.
Yeah, wonder bras were all the rage in the 70s and 80s. So works on that level as well. Moving on.
So we're going to
Okay.
come back and talk about TFA whenever we can get Rune back in. Anyway, so
Okay, so anything to add then? It's not going to go. A lot of the big YouTubers are just. I think the drinker said. I think his tweet was, "How many YouTube channels will be born on this movie?"
Absolutely. I'm sure Gary's salivating already.
oh yeah,
It's going to do better business than the Marvels, isn't it? I
Definitely.
think the Marvels.
probably.
I think the Marvels possibly got away with it a little bit. I don't think YouTubers went as hard as what we thought they were going to do on the Marvels. Would you agree? Because we all knew it was going to be.
Yeah, I was going to say the
higher.
expectations were real low.
Yeah, nobody could be bothered, I think. But anyway, okay.
Yep.
I saw this picture as well from Star Wars Europe. Look at that, everybody. First time I've seen that. Look at that. Look at that.
It's a
everybody.
rogues gallery and a half that. Fucking
Look
hell.
at that. Look at that, everybody. Isn't that amazing?
That's a
A
fresh
sniper's
picture.
dream.
Look at that. Just one simple hand grenade and all our problems would be over.
So quickly.
Look at that,
Shame Taika
everybody.
Waititi isn't there.
Yeah.
This is a fresh picture? This is new?
First time I've seen it. It was on the Twats a couple of days ago. Obviously,
hell.
it's from Star Wars Europe, which was what, middle of summer? I don't know, June, July last year.
Yeah, June. No. Well,
A good 6
Fuck me,
months
you
ago.
see fewer villains in strange ways, don't you? Fuck.
Yeah, surrounded by stormtroopers.
So, well, the
Appropriate.
stormtroopers are the good guys.
let's see. Yeah, if that was Celebration Europe, there's probably a couple of those people who are no longer involved with Star Wars anymore.
What, the stormtroopers?
Mayor Khan.
Stormtroopers have been sacked, everybody. Okay, so who's the geezer on the left? Anyone
No
know?
idea.
Not
I'm
a
not
clue.
sure.
I know his face, but I cannot place him at all.
Yeah.
Somebody we should know, by the way.
Chat, anybody know?
Chat
Geezer
will
on
know.
the left.
Don't let me down. Is it Tony Gilroy? Is that who it is?
Oh, yes.
It could be.
Fucking hell, Smylex.
But then you've
you're
got
good, you
Leslie
are.
Heslin, Leslie
got sharp
Headland,
media eyes.
Dave Filoni, Kathleen Kennedy, and what looks like Sadiq Khan.
It is.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It will
Is
be,
this
won't
a-
it? Anywhere for a bit of self-promotion.
Is this a Lord Mayor of London production?
Yeah, because the celebration will have been down at the Docklands, won't it? Or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Canary Wharf or somewhere.
Because he hijacked the fireworks, didn't he? By saying a Lord Mayor of London production, and people were not happy.
I would imagine all of his home videos start with that.
Including the Ornos.
Especially the
Yeah,
Ornos.
especially the Ornos. They've probably got end credits written by Sadiq Khan, directed by Sadiq Khan, cinematography by Sadiq Khan.
And a post-credit sequence.
All
Okay,
models in this video may be over the age of 18.
Okay, so these are obviously big wigs for Star Wars then. So Tony Gilroy then on the left. Thoughts? About
The only
Tony.
person in that lineup that I wouldn't shoot.
For what reason?
Well, he did the Bourne trilogy, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, it's top bloke.
Come on, what
And
about
did-
Favreau? Favreau did
Yeah,
shit.
see. John Favreau. I wouldn't take him out.
I mean, okay, he did The Lion King as well, but I mean, the chef.
Yeah, he's made enough good things
Yeah.
to make up for it.
Swingers.
And honestly,
Swingers was good.
I'm although it hasn't been announced, I don't think he has anything to do with Star Wars anymore. I
No,
think
he's long gone.
and the Leslie Headland there, I'm pretty sure she's been fired. So that's been
What? Are you saying that The Acolyte is not going to come out?
Are we going to see that?
I sure hope it doesn't, but I suppose if it does, it'll be some good stream fodder.
I don't know what happened there, because there was a trailer that was leaked, and all of a sudden it was being completely erased from the internet.
Well, and there were all sorts
job
of.
on that.
There was a trailer. The trailer came out at Celebration, so it was only somebody's recording of it from Celebration. So it was never actually released generally. So I suppose they took it down because it wasn't supposed to be shown publicly. But to me, it looked really incomplete. And there's been so many rumors about whether they were finished shooting or not finished shooting, and if they had to reshoot stuff, and what's happening on the back end with special effects and everything. I have no idea if there's even actually something there to be produced, or if they're just hanging on to it. I don't know.
Instaphobos looks like a photo of the London sleeper cell for Star Wars. Yeah. Drew Gordon. Shit. Oh dear.
Come on, Drew. It's going to be great. This is going to be Wednesday nights for about 3 years on the stream.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Speak for yourself.
I notice in that pic that Fabro has very sensibly put his hands in his pocket in case he gets Me Too'd by that loony just to the left of him.
Keeping his distance as well.
I think when the show was on, Star Wars Europe was on, Favreau was just there for contractual reasons to show his face. I think by this point, he'd long gone.
Yeah.
He'd been forced out the door.
That last series of Mandalorian did not have any of the feel of the previous two to me.
Not at all.
No, it felt like if the entire script had been written on the back of a postage stamp in a crayon. They were terrible.
Yeah, I have a feeling his names were on there. His name was on there just contractually. I don't think he actually really wrote it.
But it had 3 separate instances of suddenly dinosaurs. How can you not like Mandalorian?
That is true.
Well,
I mean, Captain Lizzo was one of the dinosaurs.
Here you go, folks. Dr. Iceman, Favreau was forced out by KK and Filoni for sure. Yeah, it's obvious. We'll find out one day. We'll find out.
If The Mandalorian had been animated, it'd have been a better show. If particularly that last series, if the entire thing was a Saturday morning cartoon, you would forgive it half of the horribleness that was in it. I think because it was live action, it had a sort of a gravitas to it that it really didn't deserve.
Here you go, folks. Pontypaul 82. Happy New Year, my friend. Mandalorian season 3 is the worst Star Wars TV so far. Panel? I don't think it is, but panel.
I don't think it is either. I think it's terrible TV, but I think in terms of how much damage it does to the actual brand, to the legacy and the canon and all that stuff, I think it's less harmful than Kenobi.
Really, Kenobi?
And as far as writing, it's not nearly as bad as Ahsoka. Ahsoka was awful.
Not good. Z, your thoughts?
I say we take off and nuke the entire site.
Yes, it is the only way to be sure.
It's the only way to be sure. How much money are they going to have to lose before the message sinks in?
Well, everybody else's money. Wayland Cephas, 20 years from now, a book will be written about this. Right.
They'll be covering that stuff up, though, because the guy that wrote J.W. Rinsler, who wrote the making of books for Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi in the last 20 years, they are, in my opinion, some of the best books on that subject. And he had written one. I believe he'd written one for, was it Force Awakens? I think he'd written one for Force Awakens, and they've never brought it out.
Wow.
So there are people there who've got a voice, and they've just been suddenly silenced.
Z, are you available, please?
I most certainly am. Pandawan for, I don't know what that is.
Real.
50
Brazilian.
Rupee dollars? I don't know.
Real.
My love for Star Wars still lives in the animated series. The Bad Batch and Tales of the Jedi are worth a watch. Fun fact, except for co-writing the first episode, Dave Filoni has no director or writing credits for The Bad Batch. And my counter to that is Season 2 of The Bad Batch was the biggest pile of sweaty animated bollocks I've watched in a very long time. There were only 2 good episodes in that. Fight me. But Tales of the Jedi, I didn't mind. I didn't mind that at all. It's quite reasonable.
There you go. Thank you, my friend. 50
That's okay.
real. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so Filoni is the head now. Favreau's gone. Filoni's in charge, is he not?
Kathleen's in charge because she has Filoni's wisdom testicle in her palm.
Yeah, she's actually controlling him in that picture. I'm pretty sure she's working his head from behind.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's style.
I just think, how have they got the fucking testicular fortitude just to sit there thinking they're doing a good job, stand there thinking they're doing a good job? Favreau will be thinking, fucking hell, what am I doing here?
Tony Gilroy is doing a good job. It's the rest of them you want to worry about.
Yep,
Yeah, especially that stormtrooper on the left.
Well,
He's not doing a good job.
I wonder what Favreau's. I wonder how he's feeling, because I'm sure he went with the best intentions. We all know he did.
I think so. I mean, I think he's like, he's done other Disney projects. He did some of the live action remakes, didn't he, of classic cartoons and stuff. So he's got a Disney gig, and I don't think he's left on bad terms. So my feeling is, I mean, I always feel that he's an indie director at heart.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's probably got money in the bank to do 50 indie projects until the day he dies. So I don't think he's that worried, to be honest.
Stormtroopers usually, for the cosplayers, have guns and are standing in the guarding position holding the gun, but they've got them here standing here like a cross between Darth Vader and the YMCA.
They can't even do that right.
They probably had guns, but they've been removed sort of digitally. They probably had walkie-talkies at one point.
Yeah. E.T.
Moving on. Can we please move on?
That's it for the Star Wars stuff. So the Rey, when is the Rey stuff? Is it 2 years, the Rey movie?
No, it's never coming out.
Never.
Okay, then.
Never going to happen, man.
Okay, I think that's it for the slides. So, told you, slow. That's it for the slides, folks. So,
well, thank you to everybody on the panel and the chat. You've been amazing.
So, what do you want to do, folks?
Everybody, you me. Story told it you. Get your ass.
Here you go. In the chat, Apan Asplund. No guns or knives in London. Yeah, right. Saw what you did there. Saw what you did. Okay. So what do you want to do, folks?
Do you know who I miss in the chat? I haven't seen him for a while. And I just realized Swapper's absence is becoming quite obvious here. Every time I see his name, I just can't stop myself but say, Nicky Rellahan for 5 English pounds.
Sure.
Where's Nicky Rellahan? Have we killed Nicky Rellahan?
I was thinking that. We've not seen Nicky for a while.
The trouble is, when Swappers isn't here, we lose half the chat because he is.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we're down about 40 viewers tonight because Swappers isn't logged in.
Get back online, Swappers. We need those views.
Okay. So, chats, what do you want to do? Questions, anything that's an art to you, anything you're looking forward to this year, anything. We're open to suggestions. Slow news week, you see.
Yeah, we were going to talk about the flight logs to Epstein Island, but obviously they've been delayed. So never mind. The big expose that we were going to do has been cancelled.
Yeah. Too bad.
Until when?
I mean, I guess if nobody has any other suggestions, we can always talk about what's coming out next year.
Yeah. I do have some Star Wars trivia questions if we want to fall back on those. We can do that.
Possibly. Shall we take some questions? Joe Darkness, what are the panel looking forward to in 2024? Smylex?
I mean, obviously June, or is it Dune?
I don't know. Confusing. Or is it N?
Yeah. That looks pretty good. I'm not hating the idea of a second Joker movie. It could go either way. That one could be amazing or really bad. There's another Planet of the Apes film coming out.
I don't know about that.
Argyle has potential to be fun, but it doesn't look very deep.
Yeah.
Gladiator 2, well, Ridley Scott has got a bit off the boils, so... Oh, I did see the trailer for The Beekeeper. My God, Jason Statham is doing an accent. Oh, God. Yeah, Jay Stay. Do an American accent. It's awful. It's really awful. I couldn't tear my eyes off it, though. So
that's out
I'll
next
definitely be
week.
watching that. And there's another Bad Boys film, which obviously will be
Ugh.
No.
yeah, that's the thing that's happening. I don't know if there's anything really good next year that I'm desperate to see. Again, apart from Dune, which I did watch again last week, just to sort of refresh myself. Yeah, there's a lot of sequels to things. There's a Nosferatu film coming out next year.
What?
I don't know much about it, but there is Nosferatu.
Isn't that another feminist remake or some bollocks?
Probably.
Well, no bollocks. That's the point. Brian, anything you're looking forward to?
Do you know what? It's just terrible. I said the press stream. Absolutely fucking nothing. I'm looking forward to nothing. Everyone I've looked
streams,
at,
obviously.
my hopes for every single one I've looked at is I hope they don't fuck up the films that were made, the superior films that were made beforehand. That is my only real hope for them. I don't see anything that's going to it tickles my fancy. I think we may have to look further afield than Hollywood for some decent content.
That's probably true. Yeah, it's likely going to be indie titles that we've not even heard of that are probably going to be the ones that stick with us. Probably, yeah. Oh, the Lord of the Rings, the animated one, that's out next year. The War of the
Oh, that one. No,
that could be good. It's Peter Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. So that's the thing that's happening.
I didn't know he was making anything.
Okay. So you've got two things now that you might not hate.
Lord of the Rings, don't do it for me.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Z?
Just sequels for me all the way. Despicable Me 4, Deadpool 3, Beetlejuice 2,
possibly.
Wolverhampton Wanderers 1.
Right.
No, that's it really. I just like Despicable Me, Deadpool, and Beetlejuice, I think. Might even throw in a bit of Kung Fu Panda 4.
I changed my answer.
Go on then.
Oh.
I didn't realise that Despicable Me was coming out. I've my boy watches that, and I've found myself chuckling away like a teenage schoolgirl watching some of these things on even the fifth watch.
And of course, we've got the third Paddington movie, and as we know, the second one was cinematic perfection.
It was damn good, yeah. Yeah, it was damn good. I did actually tear up a little bit at the end of that film.
What?
Yeah, and I was in Castleford as well.
I'm surprised you didn't get mugged.
I know.
Artoo, you back?
Yes.
Looking forward to, mate. In 2020.
There's things coming out in 2020. Oh no,
apparently.
Not
much by the sounds of it.
Dune 2, but that's about it. I mean, I don't know what else would be coming out that I've seen. Argyle, I suppose that would be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Madam Web. Can't wait for that one, right? No.
Uninspired reviewers were looking forward to that. He's getting very excited about it.
Beetlejuice 2. No,
it's just Dune. Was it Dune?
There's another Alien film.
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
Another Alien film. Alien Romulus this time, right?
Yeah.
You go, folks, in the chat. Jay Goodwin, Nikki, and Andy Mouse have both been missing. Yeah, we've not seen them for a while.
Yes. Where's little squeaky person?
Yeah, we've not seen him for a long time. Amber Sidaway since Ahsoka.
This is the Sidaway.
Anyone else?
I think she only comes in for the Star Wars stuff.
And Ruin, probably.
And Ruin, probably. I mean, who doesn't?
Ruin fan club. Yeah, we're all here for that.
Furiosa, is that out this year?
It is. Yep.
Yeah. There's a movie version of the Borderlands video game, which I saw the other day. I was like, wait, but when is that? That's this year? Like, I didn't even know it was in production. So, oh wow.
And Roy Johnson's got Ruin's got Knives Out 3 coming out next year.
Oh wow.
I know we're all waiting for.
Craven the Hunter. You want to see that one?
Good Lord.
Jay Goodwin, Argyle, the chauffeur from Die Hard. Yes, very good.
Yes,
it's very good. Joker movie, musical.
Yeah,
that could go either way.
I have the fear with that movie. The fear. Yeah. I loved the first one, but a musical, no.
No. We've also got Ghostbusters Frozen Kingdom.
Yeah.
Garfield, for Christ's sakes.
Is that a Bill Murray paycheck, or have they gone a different direction?
No, it's Chris Pratt.
Oh, of course it is.
There's another Transformers movie due out this year, isn't it?
November, I do believe.
Is the emphasis on the word trans at the start of that?
Oh, killed it there.
Sorry.
I think it's got Scarlett Johansson as the lead in it. So,
okay. So, I've got. What do you want to do? Do we want to do some quiz questions, or in reserve? I've got top 10s of 2023, so we could possibly do one half of that. So, what do you want to do?
Ask the chat what they want to do.
Chat, what do you want to do? We've probably got enough time to do a top 10 of 2023, or do you want to just keep on cocking about with some questions, etc.? So, should we say quiz or top 10? So, chat, let me know. Panel, what do you fancy doing?
I'll go with whatever the chat decides.
So, top 10.
I live for the chat.
Oh, sorry, chat's cocking about to the pub. I need to sort these slides out. Do you know we need swappers to sort the slides out, don't we, Brian?
Yeah, try and get swappers, see we'll add about 4,000 more that we've never heard of. Equally valid.
Yeah, swappers is the man for hot women. I think I might need to have a word with him.
Say a favour. I would say a favour cocking about, but we need to lift the energy level up a wee bit, Brown.
Yeah, we do. I think it's coming in evens, isn't it?
I could think about 5 or 6 things from last year that were pretty good. I don't know if anybody else has got a short list. Funnily enough, I made one for Atom Grey last week, so I seem to still have it here.
Nameless No Name wants to do the quiz top 10.
All right.
Very good, very good. So come on then. What are we doing? It seems to be very, very split in the chats. Panel, what do you want to do? Your call.
Silence.
What's MFK?
Chirp. Chirp.
MFK.
With who?
Artoo, these questions, are they good or bad? They better be good.
Well, I mean, I haven't gotten to go through all of them. So some of them are, I can tell you, some of them are ridiculously easy. Some of them are ridiculously hard. We can kind of just randomly pull some, or I can get some. If we're not going to have teams or anything like that, we would have to figure that out.
That's far too complicated.
Yeah.
Give us a sample then. A sample.
Okay, let's see. What did Jar Jar Binks end up owing Qui-Gon Jinn after being rescued during the invasion of Naboo?
Was it a hand job?
Yes.
Is P45?
A life debt.
Yes, the answer is a life debt is demanded by the gods. It is. I can't do a Jar Jar voice.
That was pretty close.
Who can do a
it's a
Jar
Yoda.
Jar?
Roar.
I can
That's
reach you
all-
from here. I can. Ooh.
Brian, that's all we talk about on this channel, isn't it?
Life debts.
Yes.
No, Jar Jar.
Jar Jar. Just Jar Jar and yeah.
Jar Jar and JJ. Common theme there, you see.
Yes. Moving on.
Moving
Only one actor has appeared in every single Star Wars movie. Who is it?
Shall
Anthony
we open?
Daniels.
That'll be you, Zee.
What about no, it wasn't in the 1st
I've got one for you.
Welcome to Talking Over the Again.
Who has got the biggest wanger in Star Wars? And that's open to the chat.
Hmm.
The
The
biggest.
Rancor.
Yeah, it's probably Jabba the Hutt.
I don't know. It's
Go on, Brian,
probably
I'll
a
talk to
close
you.
match. Yeah. Close match. Let's see. Find some
See,
more challenging
this-
ones here.
Agreed.
Yes, Qui-Gon. Yeah.
No, in fact,
Kathleen Kennedy.
there is a yeah.
It's probably that big sock thing that tried to eat the Millennium Falcon on that asteroid. Actually, that might be Qui-Gon's cock. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
Reva. Women are not interested in Star Wars, are they? Really,
That's a bit of a generalization. I would
or are
say.
they?
I'd say, well, previously.
Some are
it
obviously.
was,
There's always
welcome
Yeah.
to Talking
talking
Over
over
Again.
Brian.
Trying to
yeah?
speak a
Talking
fucking-
over each other.
Go on, Brian.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
Go on, Brian.
No, move on. Move on.
Okay.
I've moved on to drinking now.
You've moved on to drinking. Save some for me, please. Okay. More questions then.
Okay, let's go with some tougher ones here.
Okay.
What senator from Alderaan was nominated to replace Chancellor Valorum?
Bill 18. No, that was from Alistair.
Anyone?
Oh, it's fucking Organa. Organa was the one that was nominated.
Nope. Nope.
Silence and Brian.
It was. Are we ready? Is chat going to try and give me an answer here?
Yeah, chat, help
Well,
us
I
out. We're
fucking
dying
know.
on our asses here.
Saying Bail Organa.
Yeah.
It was Bail Antilles.
Tilly's.
Bail Antilles.
Mm.
Tricky one. Yes.
Cheers.
But you're
a
right
little
about the other
story
guy
behind
from
that.
Alistair. Yeah.
There's a little story behind that as well. The actor that was going to be playing Bale Antilles, the Bale Antilles, Bail Organa, they switched them about, the actors, eventually.
Hmm.
And Jimmy Smits got the part. The first
Oh,
one,
yes.
the Irish guy, get thrown out the window.
Oh, yeah. So, Kevo put Jimmy Smits, yeah.
Yeah. That was Bail Organa, though.
Yep.
Bail Antilles was the other senator. Yeah.
I don't know anything about Star Wars. Like
yeah.
you guys. I know fuck all.
Let's see. What was the very first line spoken in The Phantom Menace?
Ooh. I'm
No,
just
it
thinking
wasn't
of the
who.
scene. It
Tell
might
me
have
wish to
been.
board at once.
I think there was like a communal yawn when it opened.
Well, this stream.
It's not.
Brown's
It's not.
on.
It isn't tell them we wish to board at once. It was some. Oh fuck.
Shields?
Inform the. I've got it. Inform the. Something we wish to board at once. Is that it?
Almost. He
Is
said,
it a slightly racist accent? Because there was
He
quite
said-
a lot
Take
of
that out of your mouth.
first
Tom,
he says captain.
well done,
then-
chat. You're saving this shite. Well done, chat. Tom, a long time ago.
Nice.
Captain, tell them we wish to board at once. That was it.
Yes, captain. Yeah, tell them we wish to board at once. Yep. Let's see. Another.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Trying to look through here and find good ones.
I flew to the States to see the Phantom Menace.
Oh, did you?
You did not. Fucking
I
hell.
did.
Oh,
I-
that there's some serious
Specifically.
regret there.
No, it's fine
No.
because everything except that 2.5 hours was
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
brilliant.
Oh, good.
Yeah. New York was superb. I loved it, but it was it was quite an adventure. Me and a friend, we just could not wait the extra 7 weeks for it to come out in the UK. So we,
Really?
in the early pioneering days of the internet, when all you got were text pages, we booked tickets for it and didn't really know if we had them until we got there.
Fucking hell. That's bad.
Wow. Archer Colin, a long
Yeah.
time ago when Star Wars was good.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Was
Did you see
good?
it? Did you see it in the cinema, Brown? The original ones, the original trilogy.
I didn't, unfortunately. I saw the special edition of Star Wars because we never used to go to the cinema. I was too young, and it was a trek to go to Leeds.
I'm pretty sure I saw that one in the lounge in Headingley.
Wow, I used to live up
the
there.
Star Wars. Yeah. So that's where I saw Star Wars. Aged about 5.
Welcome to Reminiscing of Leeds back in the day.
That's right. Let's go through all the shitholes.
Yeah. R2 anymore?
What kind of weapon does Han Solo carry?
Is that a DL-44 blaster?
It is. What was the manufacturer?
Oh,
Leeds.
Blastech.
Yes, Blastech DL-44 heavy blaster
thank you.
pistol.
Holy
know.
crap.
Well done.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Let's see. What is
We
the
did
language?
Fiona for him
Oh,
for
go
that one,
ahead.
didn't we?
Leeds.
What is the language spoken by Wookiees?
Ooh. Kashyyykian?
Chat. Anybody know?
No idea.
Buccaneers?
I don't know.
Oh, that's
It's-
right.
it's-
Yeah, that's
Wookiee.
it. Exactly.
Oh, it's
It's
French.
it's a mental name in it. Begins with it's almost like Charmin Obi Chinoy. It's fucking
You're actually pretty close.
something wiki Charles. Like some Charles Wiki or something. I can't fucking.
I'm not seeing anybody in the chat either.
you go.
It's go ahead.
Pontypaul 82. I'm guessing the age range of this stream is 40 to 55.
No, that's our IQ.
Yes. Yeah, I'll be at the top end of that.
What, for the IQ or the? Okay.
Well, definitely at the bottom end of that. So, what is the language then?
So it's
Jamaican.
Shirawak.
Jamaican. Eraserhead got it. Oh, sorry, chat moved up. Here you go.
Yeah. Who knew?
Got some clever people, isn't there?
You say clever, I say autistic.
In fact, I'm going to do. Actually, look, here we go. Gavin Blackburn, 47. Straw poll, everybody. Well, question. Without trying to. I don't think asking your age is going to dox you. Your age in the chat. It'll be just interesting just to see how everybody is. I know it's not scientific, but for my own curiosity.
I mean, Jay's going to bring the average way up.
He's about 130,
He's
isn't
at
he?
least 130. I think he was in the Civil War.
Always keep the chat entertained. Here we go. Here we go. Chat's moving up. 48.
For now.
29.
Black Lives is 21.
Josh is at least.
You disgust me with your puberty.
In fact,
Joshua is at least 10 years older than I thought he was.
In fact, folks, write the numbers down. These could be the lottery numbers. If you win, send some money my way. 65.
This is why Black Lives can stay awake long enough to make it all the way through Atom streams.
54. 32. 44. 53. 47. 52. Going on 14.
I mean,
So I got a
we are-
bingo. I got a bingo. Yeah. So
Brian, you available, mate?
This man in chat says my queue came out to be 119 recently.
What?
It was 130s before I started watching the Brown the Lion streams.
And he's a doctor as well. 56. This is great TV, isn't it? 33. George Watt. 30. Has George changed his name? I'm sure he has. I recognise the avatar. Ruin used to take the piss out of him. 46. 41.
Tough Ad Lady is a 69.
House. 53. 65. 13. God. 21. Wow.
13, you say? How interesting.
Now then.
That's for the Brits, everybody. 57. 32. 45.
Going to be the rest of the stream just rhyming off.
It is, it's
everyone's
filling the
ages,
time.
because
just rattling
this
off
is- This
numbers.
is fucking cheap entertainment. I'll tell you that.
Numbers.
We'll finish with. No, there's only two more. We'll do them. Here you go.
Yeah.
Punchable Faces 50. You old bastard. 43. 52. House, everybody.
And now for your mother's birthdays.
Tom, 1. I think there's a good spread there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, they're not all eating just porridge through a straw.
Yeah.
Some of these
Just-
people,
just a
some of these
panel.
people can still, probably climb stairs without crying at the top.
Ronco stair lift.
Some of them probably don't have Shackleton's high seat chairs.
I've got mine ordered. Don't worry.
They're lovely, apparently.
Here you go. Rust in Peace. Too old for TikTok. Ooh,
Oh.
Avoid that.
Let's stay the hell away from
Avoid.
there.
Avoid. Geezer Alliance. It is. It is. Okay. So, folks, what do you want to do then? Because I'm running out of ideas. I'm just completely running on empty from how many streams did we do over Christmas?
All of them.
About
All the
106.
streams.
It was a 7-hour stream that did for me. In fact, here you go. Who is available to read a super chats? Who's available? Z?
Do the voice.
Evo $5 says, Confucius say, good housewife do 70 chores, cooking and 69.
Did we miss Joshua's chat
Did we?
that said simply billions?
Oh,
Or are you leaving it for the end so that
was it
Z's
super?
mic being
Super.
fucked
Sorry,
doesn't-
sorry, my computer's playing up. Bear with me.
Oh
Boomerang.
God. Oh God.
Sorry, Joshua. I missed this.
Earphones
Joshua
out.
for $1.99 in the chat.
Wait.
says-
They didn't say you should read it.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It's not yellow either, so really I shouldn't read it at all.
So we're breaking all the rules. Who would
Yeah.
like Smylex, go on. Please.
Oh God, now I don't know what to do. Thank you, Z.
No, you go. First of all, you go. Super
Oh yeah,
chat
sorry.
from
Here we go.
Joshua.
I got you. Yeah. Nikki really had for. Sorry.
Very good.
Joshua for $1.99 of your Earth's cents says, "Thank you, Z. Billion." I was subverting your expectations.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for it. Okay.
Billion.
He's paid his money though, hasn't he? Z?
Okay. Sorry, Z.
Billion! Well, that's my mic fucked.
Your drum's fucked.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Okay. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, my friend. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Happy New Year. Okay, I feel we're running out of steam a little bit. So, what do you want to do, guys?
Well, unless the chat give us a reason to stay until 2 hours, and by
Chat,
the
you
reason
need to save it. You need to
for
step up.
fuck's sake, will I just sit in silence for the rest of the stream? Fucking hell!
It's restful.
It is. It is.
Great TV.
Okay, so chats, you're gonna have to pull it out of the fire for us. In fact, here we go. Stitch. New Year's resolutions. Z, over to you.
Not to get caught by the police.
R2.
I don't really do resolutions. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know.
Smylex.
I'm a real help.
Not to call the police when Z does that thing that he usually
Well.
gets called for.
Brian.
Well, my New Year's resolution was to be interrupted 45 times per stream, so it's doing very well so far.
What are we up to?
I've lost count.
Okay. My New Year's resolutions are I need to get out of bed earlier. I've been terrible this last few weeks. All these late nights, folks. Not good for you. Okay. Anything else? Black Lives or Black Knives? Keep going. I'm almost finished.
Do you want us to start
One of
slowly
those-
and then sort of build it up towards the end?
Z,
Yeah, it's one of those
your
challenging wank situations. Isn't
yes,
Indeed.
most challenging wank, Z.
It? Well, obviously, it was last week when we were talking about the Amazon price increase.
Ooh,
That was the
tell
last
me
time.
more. What were you wearing?
Well, we had this
Smile.
question on a different stream. and my
That
answer's
was
still the
before-
same.
That was before you had photos of Obey Chinoy to look at. That's
Oh, yes. I'm going to have an absolute frenzy on that one later tonight.
oh no.
I've got this really special stuff that fishermen use that prevents chapped hands.
Oh, no.
You know when your skin gets really, really, really dry?
Have you got calluses?
Yeah. Don't you get wank calluses?
Yeah, I cut them off with scalpel blades.
Oh. But they just grow back, though.
Well, eventually, or you could stop cracking one off, but old habits.
Oh boy.
Oh, you don't get this on Nerdrotic, thank fuck.
Follow.
Okay. Right. Are we going to finish there, folks?
Wait, you missed a super chat.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I was too busy crying to say it, so bear with me. I'm not doing very well tonight, folks. Sorry. Let's hope it gets better from today. Cetris Parabolos for $2. Thank you, my friend. What's a remake you lot would want today?
This stream.
Just a redo. Try again.
Shall we start from the top? Should we start again?
Would we all be recast to somebody better?
Yeah. Z, question then. What's a remake you would want today?
I would like a big budget and true to the original source material, Blake 7 series.
Oh, can you imagine? That would be really good.
Mm.
Just some decent special effects would be good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's been some excellent fan effects out for the series on Twitter in the last week. with some excellent Liberator model shots
Yeah.
done in 3D, and they look absolutely gorgeous. I would just love to have the series back, but not updated for modern audiences in any other way but the effects and the music, and not the writing. Let's keep that firmly back where it was. It was good. But the trouble is going to get, you're going to have to get the people right. Absolutely. You're going to have to get the correct villa. You're going to have to get the correct Avon and the correct Serverland. All very important components. So, but that's what I'd really like to see.
Is Blake 7 on YouTube, or is it available to watch somewhere?
I found Blake 7 really hard to find on the interwebs. I've tried a few times. You can find it if you search hard enough, but you can't. I don't think it's free on YouTube.
Yeah, the whole thing's on archive.org. You'll find the whole series on archive.
Really?
Yep.
Nice one.
How many
That's
episodes?
where I've got it. All of it. 52 episodes or something total.
That's the lot. Yep.
That's where I got it from.
Oh,
I've been watching my way through it. It's a pretty good show.
R2 remake you'd want today?
Man, see, here's the thing. I hate remakes. So what would I think? I like the original work to stand on its own. Something that I would want to see remade today, though. I would actually really love to see a good quality, fun remake of Knight Rider. I really liked that show as a kid. I'd love to see a really good interpretation of that. Not for modern audiences, just really
I think that would be a struggle because they have tried to revamp that thing a couple of times, haven't they? And
they always make there's a team of people or there's something. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they've tried redoing it several times. But yeah, it's so good. That another great one, V.
Yeah, I loved V.
Yeah, V was really good.
It's really good. An updated version of that would be pretty interesting with lots of good special effects.
Didn't they? There was a new V series, wasn't there? A few years ago.
Yeah.
Was there?
Yeah. Probably early 2000s, maybe thereabouts.
It had the Deadpool's wife or girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was in it.
Okay.
Yeah, she was the Diana character.
Smylex remake.
I think you're both on the right track. I think it might be that kind of stuff. It's the stuff that had a great idea but just wasn't quite realized, because the stuff they always tend to remake is stuff that was always really, really good to begin with, and then of course they just make inferior versions of the thing you loved. So it's something like Buck Rogers, with a big budget, and again not made for modern audiences because Buck Rogers is a bit of a cad, a bit of a player, so you need to keep that sort of campy sexiness of it. Shows like that, Battlestar Galactica had a remake, but they could do a movie version of that.
I thought George Clooney was supposed to be doing a Buck Rogers remake.
Yeah, I heard that rumor a while back. Yeah, I don't think I've heard anything about it in years. Oh yeah, there's another good one in the chat that's just come up. Space 1999. That had a great idea. It with a big budget and some enthusiastic people making it.
50th coming up soon as well.
And Babylon 5, of course. That would be a great series to sort of throw back out there. But I don't trust modern Hollywood and California to make these things, unfortunately. So I struggle to think of any remake that I'd currently like, because if I like it, they'll probably make it and make it bad. just make it bad, and I'll cry.
Yeah.
Brian, without talking over you.
Hey. Remake, I don't know. I'm not a fan of remakes. I don't mind the odd reboot of something to have someone else's take on it, as long as it doesn't impact canon too much. If I was going to choose a reboot, and it would have to be not only done right, but done by the right people, I'm going to say the Star Wars prequels. I want no child Anakin, I want no retcons, and I want no canon violation. I think there's a better story to be told within the framework that's already there, and it needs a buff, a polish, and some decent acting for a start.
I'd like that too, actually. I mean, fundamentally, Anakin is too young in that first movie, and it messes the rest of the story up, really. And he's got a very round head as well.
Iceman, Basic Instinct remake with a woman. Oh. I'm not touching that one with a barge pole. Mr. Brown answers me. Remake Zulu.
Yeah, but set it in Jamaica.
Zulu man.
So Mr. Brown has a
Jamaica. Yeah. Would it be like instead of Rourke's Rift, it'd be like Bob Marley Gouge or something, wouldn't it? Moving on.
Oh, there's a Bob Marley movie out next year. It didn't look awful in the trailer, although it was bookended by the Jason Statham movie, so everything looked better by comparison.
You're looking forward to Jason Statham. I can
you
tell.
wouldn't believe how much I laughed at that trailer.
Silence of the Lambs with actual lambs.
I'd watch that.
That could just be a new name for this stream.
Silence. Welcome to Silence on Drew Gordon in the chat. Logan's Run.
I can see that.
Yeah, or the 60s Prisoner. What about that coming back again with
I
mean, they have tried it once.
They did try it once and it was awful.
It really was awful, yeah.
It was awful.
But there is a great idea there, isn't there? You know,
there is. Yeah.
I love spies away to be lost forever and mess with their brains.
Yeah.
I would like some really good Starship Troopers movies in the Hilk, in the quality of the first one. Starship Troopers, such a good movie.
Yeah, but you need a crazy person like, what's his face? The Crazy Dutchman to direct it, don't you?
Yeah,
so
Verhoeven. I think it was the anniversary a couple of days ago of Troopers in the UK. You go, Whale and Pacificus, a really good remake of Django, 1966, or The Great Silence. Wow. Arch Collin and Mr. Brown Alliance with current technology but without modern day attitudes. Babylon 5, most of Jerry Anderson. What's that one?
Modesty Blaze.
I don't know what that is.
I think you could do most of that stuff really well now. Yeah, I mean, the problem is the people that make it.
Here you go, folks. Here's one for the Brits. Remake On the Buses. Jeez. Here you go. Melvin Deeply. I'm sick to death of remakes and spin-offs and sequels and prequels. They should just stop.
They will never stop, Melvin.
Yep.
Open wide and take your gruel.
Oh, that is my reply. Anytime there's somebody wants to remake something, they're making a remake of Highlander, they're making a remake of this and that, whatever. And I don't care who's in it. I don't care who's writing it. I don't care what studio's behind it. No more remakes. That's just
Black Lives or Black Knives. Enter the Dragon remake starring Jennifer Lawrence because obviously she was the first. She was
brilliant.
Oh, yes. That'd be good. That'd be a good feature film. The Listening Fat. Hello, my friend. Kit versus Car one-off.
And what did Car stand for, nerds?
Night Automated Roving Robot.
Well done. I knew you'd know it.
Beat me to it. Beat me to it.
Anything else? Let's have a look. Yes. Carry On Camping. Oh, I love them films. You like them as well, don't you, Brian?
Fucking hate them.
Captain Afterland. I would say Space 1999, but you just know they'll blame the moon disaster on climate change.
Or Lizzo changing position.
Yeah, they just can't change the theme because the theme from that was just brilliant.
Thunberg will blame the moon going out of orbit on something. They should remake Star Wars. What do you think,
They
panel?
kind of did that already.
I have some choice words for that. They'll probably get you demonetized.
Mega Geek has some words for that.
Bar Black Sheep remake, but with Band of Brothers budget and scripts. Bar Black Sheep, have you anyone?
No, they should never remake Band of Brothers.
Masters of the Air just around the corner. Looking forward to that. I've Been Burgled, which is never nice. Flash Gordon remake.
They
Isn't
could do
Matthew
that.
Vaughn doing that?
They would have to completely ignore the one that was done before, because you can't top that for its campy craziness and that soundtrack. So you just have to play it straight with a big budget and an operatic score or some big classical music or something, and do it that way, I guess, because you couldn't possibly try and replicate what they did in 1980.
I thought Matthew Vaughn was doing Flash Gordon.
Both those properties were sort of tied up in rights issues, weren't they, for a little while? Both that one and Buck Rogers. I can't remember if there was an issue with getting the rights for those, but I get the impression that those are probably ready to go now.
Yeah, folks, Nameless No Name. Buck Rogers was remade. Sorry, what was remade with Matthew McKinnon.
He's having a stroke. Hey, can you smell toast, Brown?
I was smelling that an hour ago. Okay. Eraserhead. Yeah. Babylon 5 is still on the back burner. Was it the CW? It was going to be on the CW, but the CW got sold. All projects cancelled apart from one, which was Babylon 5. So it may appear. Here you go, folks. Punchable Face. An R-rated version of Flash Gordon directed by Zach. Panel? You up for that?
If Rebel Moon's anything to go by, can you just leave its little filthy paws off it, please?
I've still not seen it.
I've seen Flash 5 minutes of Rebel Moon.
No, I've seen Flash Gordon. Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon.
Do feel free to partake in the conversation.
I preferred Flash Gordon to Rebel Moon, and Flash Gordon too. They were both better than Rebel Moon.
Yeah, I always remember the Flash Gordon VHSs on the video shelf at the same time as Flash Gordon.
Just something for the dads.
I want nothing more from Zack Snyder. Doesn't matter what the content is. Pack it in.
I think he would have trouble directing traffic.
Very likely. Just put the explosion over there, and then we're going to put an explosion over here, and then we're going to do another explosion over here, and hopefully it looks cool.
And film it in super slow motion.
Yeah. And then we're going to show it in slow motion, but then we're going to slow it down even more, so it's going to be even more slow motion.
Arch Colin, Mr. Brown answers me. Modesty Blaze. There, that was effectively. Welcome to Interrupting. Brian?
Go fuck yourself.
I always do. Was effectively female James Bond in the 60s. There you go. There you go. Remake Highlander 2.
Oh, they're already working on Highlander 1.
Actually, that's not a bad idea to remake Highlander 2, is it?
Yeah, I mean,
if you could sort of pretend that the Highlander 2 that currently exists doesn't exist, and then we make these instead, a bit like Brian's new version of the prequels, it wouldn't be a bad idea. think somebody would like it.
I was watching some clips of Roger Moore. He was in Cannonball Run, wasn't he?
Yes, you was.
Yeah, there's some outtakes and clips on YouTube of Cannonball Run. Remake Cannonball Run.
Yeah, but you had to have iconic stars of the time.
Yeah.
And who would be the iconic stars of now? They'd be YouTubers.
What? there'd
Rachel
be,
Zegler
It'd be Rachel
driving
Zegler.
around.
It'd be Lizzo in a
Weird.
car, wouldn't it?
Weird.
It'd be Lizzo in a Ferrari.
Well,
She'd need a little bit more than a Ferrari.
no, she'd been like
And
18
Ferrari also
wheel-
make trucks. They make farming equipment, don't they?
Yeah.
18
yeah.
wheeler.
Yes.
So who else would be in Cannonball Run?
Well,
Chris
definitely
Pratt
somebody
is in everything.
Yeah, exactly. He
Yeah.
would definitely be in there. He'd be the new Burt Reynolds. No, it'd be Pedro Pascal doing the Burt
yes,
Reynolds thing.
Yes. Except he wouldn't
Definitely.
actually show up on set. He would have a stuntman there, and he would just do the voice.
Yes, he would just
From
be the
somewhere
voice
else.
coming out
Yeah.
of the hat.
Chat. I will say chat. I'll ask chat. Stars for Cannonball Run if they remade it. What about Chris Hemsworth? He could be the
Oh,
plucky
yeah.
Australian, couldn't he?
Could do have Tom Cruise. You know, Tom Cruise needs to be in there somewhere.
He
Yep.
could do it.
Who's going to be Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin?
They'll have Sam Smith take the role, wouldn't they?
Michael Bublé.
Yeah. Samuel L.
Chan.
Jackson.
Yes, Jackie
Samuel
Chan,
L.
Jackie
Jackson's
Chan.
got to be in there. Oh, Jackie Chan. Yeah.
He could just come back.
Wasn't
He
he
just
in the
come back.
first one?
He was. He could just
Yes.
come back and be himself. They just de-age him.
Who could be the old people? Old stars. Are there any old stars?
I'm pretty sure there are. Oh, what about the proctologist? Was he in that one, or was that Smokey and the Bandit? That was Cannonball Run, wasn't it? With the guy with the proctologist who was enjoying his own
It sounds
medicine.
like a sequel to The Beekeeper.
You know what I'm talking about. Sure you do.
Remake Kentucky Fried Chicken. Wasn't that Kentucky Fried Movie?
Yes, it
yeah,
was.
Kentucky Fried Movie. Oh, jeez.
It was Farrah Fawcett. Who would be
Yeah.
Farrah Fawcett?
Mulvaney person.
Yeah, they'd
Yep.
have to be completely androgynous, covered from head to toe.
Okay, so if they were making Smokey and the Bandit for modern audiences, stars.
Yeah. Who's going to play the
Obviously
sheriff?
Lizzo.
Idris Elba. You get him in there somewhere.
Come on, name some stars. Obviously Mulvaney would be in it.
We get Benedict Cumberbatch to come do his American accent for us.
Yeah.
Who's doing the Jackie Gleason part of Buford T. Justice?
Me.
Lizzo.
Lizzo could do everything.
She could.
She is everything.
Bradley Cooper could come do that part.
Here you go, folks. Rust in peace. The American Society of Magical
Mm-hmm.
deleted before release. That would be good. That is a stream killer, isn't it?
Mm.
Anything else? We're struggling here, chat. Sorry, folks. Someone brought up rebooting BSG, but they meant the remake, and then part of me died. There is more BSG coming along, isn't there? Down the pipeline somewhere.
Yeah, I believe there is. I'm sure there's some projects on the go for that one. I agree with that, though. I think if you're going to reboot Battlestar, you want to go right back to the
Oh yeah.
1979 one.
Go back to the original one. Yeah.
Ford could be an old star. He'd probably want to die, though, wouldn't he?
Mm.
Yeah. You'd have
Take
to
his
kill
money
him
and
before the
die.
end.
You wouldn't want him to get out of the car because he'd just break his ankle.
Also, he wouldn't be
Yeah,
able to
that's
drive anywhere. He'd have to get
Yeah.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge to do it for him.
Jonathan Majors.
Whoops.
Well, he's not doing much at the moment.
No, he's definitely available.
Would a character called Hot Pants still be allowed in today's films, do you think?
Hot trousers. That's for the Brits. Tom Jones.
Tom Jones. Yeah.
Martin. Is it Martin Sheen?
Martin Sheen. Well, you could have Martin Sheen in there. He's still going, and he's still quite sprightly as well for a man of his age.
Bill Burr as Dom DeLuise.
No, you need somebody jolly. Bill Burr is many things, but he's not jolly.
Punchable face. Lizzo as the cannonball.
We're all running away from
Jack Black as the cannonball.
Jack Black could be Dom DeLuise. I know Jay would like that.
Stallone. Hello, Rennie.
Oh, I know you
Nameless
could play
no
Dom
name.
DeLuise's part. Do you ever watch comedy concerts with Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias?
Oh yeah, Gabriel Iglesias. Yeah,
He's bloody hilarious. He'd make an excellent Dom DeLuise.
I don't
Silence.
know.
Absolute bloody
Killed
silence.
it.
Thanks, Brown.
I love him.
You're welcome,
He's
mate.
funny.
I just had a very quick look at the cast list for Smokey and the Bandit. Here's a fun nerd fact. Director Michael Mann plays one of the deputies in that film.
What?
Yes, really. Now we're all going to have to go back and watch it, aren't we?
Back in the late 70s and early 80s, watching that film, it was on ITV pretty much every other week, wasn't it? And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Why don't they show films like that anymore? Is it because it's not modern audiences wouldn't embrace it?
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
we
you've got
know
those
why they're not on
toxic
ITV anymore, because they don't want to pay to have them, do they? They can't afford it.
All right, okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're absolutely right. This is the thing. I mean, an awful lot of the films that we all have a shared love of.
Yeah.
Probably some of them did come about because of that repeated viewing on various channels, both over here in the UK and probably on cable in the States. Things like Battle Beyond the Stars, which had more viewings than I can remember.
Yeah.
Every time there was like a program change or the sports ball ended early, they'd throw that sucker right back on, and we were watching it again. That one and The Last Starfighter, I think I saw about 20 times during my youth.
And we never see them on TV anymore.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Got to go out your way to find them now.
Yeah, everything's just on streaming now, and yeah.
Here you go. Mel Gibson and Chris Tucker as Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. That's a good call. Romeo Tango November Zulu. Brian, you available, mate?
Perverted RRTNZ in the chat says Adrian Barbeau was the best 2 reasons to watch Cannonball Run. #knockers.
Agreed.
John Carpenter's Mrs. Is that correct? Or
it was for a while though, yeah.
Yeah. You can tell we're struggling. Mad Capper, Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Imagine Ian David Diaz directing and casting a new Cannonball Run.
Okay, I'm imagining it.
We're imagining it. Wow. Jay Goodwin, I saw The Last Starfighter in the cinema.
Yeah.
I was always
he would have done. He'd have been about 86
film.
back then.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he could even see it.
I was always disappointed with that film. It just didn't quite hit the landing, did it?
It's kind of Excalibur with an arcade machine. I don't know. I quite like it. I've got a soft spot. I tell you, one of the best things about The Last Starfighter is the DVD extras are superb. There is an absolute love between the cast and the crew. And it really goes into huge amounts of detail about the actual making of it. If you've got any interest in 80s cinema, that's a great DVD to pick up, even if you're not a huge fan of the film itself.
That could be a decent remake, actually.
I think they're doing it. I've heard they're doing it. If you can remember it, they're probably doing it. But I'm pretty sure with that one, I think they actually are doing it.
Well, they've been doing it for years, though. I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
Tom,
I really like that one.
I've still not seen The Last Starfighter. Very 80s. Very 80s.
It is very 80s, yeah. But yeah, I really like that one. That's one I always enjoyed. Like you said, catching it on TV when there was nothing else on. You're like, oh hey,
the tennis is
I'll watch
finished
that.
Rain stopped play. Here comes Battle Beyond the Stars.
And then Krull would play after that.
Yeah, Krull, definitely.
Krull.
Sorry, chat moved up. Where are we? Remake Krull again. Another one of those. What? It's okay.
Yeah, it was
Liam
just
Neeson,
okay. It does have a Liam Neeson. Yep.
Oh, if you're going to make mediocre films, do Hawk the Slayer. I used to love that.
I love Hawk the Slayer. It's got that really cheesy soundtrack. It's so good. Jack Palance just hamming it up. Incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Rule 35. If it exists, it's being made.
It's being remade.
That's the thing. If you can remember it, they're doing it.
Yeah. I did love those 80s sword and sorcery movies. So many of them were just awful.
Yeah,
but
Beastmaster.
Oh yeah, Mark Singer.
Beastmaster.
Was that the one with Tonya Roberts?
Yeah. And Mark Singer, who's
Mark
about 6 foot
Singer, yes.
He's enormous. I met that dude once. He's enormous.
Mark Voonfondel, I had the actual poster from the local cinema for The Last Starfighter. Wow.
Nice.
Any more? Yeah. Jay, the CEO from RoboCop, plays Grig. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he does.
What's the name of the Daniel O'Halery? Was it something?
O'Halery.
Yeah. You got RoboCop connection. Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah. They never did make the second one.
They didn't.
It was promised in the credits, and they never made it.
Excuse me. Romeo Tango November Zulu. The Last Starfighter was great for its time. No need for a remake. Some of these films should never be changed or remade as a preservation of history. So there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's probably. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I'm also one of those people that isn't bothered about remakes too much because I think they don't delete the originals. You've still got them. And sometimes it's interesting to see a different perspective, like Dune, for example. I mean, we got Dune in '84, and it's full of ideas. It's really inventive. It's very creative, but it's a bit of a mess. At least the new one is coherent, even if it's a bit dumbed down. It's and if you didn't have any remakes, you wouldn't get anything like that. Which now and again, very rare, but now and again they do make a decent one. Wizard of Oz is a remake, technically. I mean, there are good ones out there.
Dune's probably the exception, actually, because of the source material being the books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but then again, even if it's got a book source, that isn't a guarantee, because I mean, the remade Total Recall, for no apparent reason, they didn't use the source material for that at all. They simply did the film again, even though there was a perfectly good bit of source material, which is completely different from the Arnold Schwarzenegger film. So I don't know. They need to be handled with care. Basically, that's the bottom line here. It's why the Lord of the Rings movies are well done. The adaptation is so good. It's because they were made by people who actually gave a shit.
I just don't think there's no talented people around these days. Obviously, there is a few, but especially people who don't care. But that's the Hollywood way. I think that is it, folks. Can you believe we got to 2 hours? I think that is it, folks. We got there in the end. That's all I can say. We got there in the end. Slow, but we got there in the end, folks. So I thank you for showing up. I also thank you for the super chats and the interaction. You guys are the best. You've kept us going this evening. You've kept us going. So thank you, chats. We will see you next time. I will thank the guests. First time on the channel, he dropped in right at the last moment. Smylex.
Thank you, Mr. B. I'm on Atom's show on a Friday night.
Too
Doing
late for
B-sides.
us.
It's too late for me. It's 2 a.m. when I start. It's terrifying. So if you're an absolute masochist and you're in the UK, by all means tune in live. But apart from that, you can always watch the replays.
Not Brian. Cheers, Brian. Thank you, my friend.
Cheers, Brown. Thanks, panel, and thanks as ever to the more than capable chat.
Professor Artoo.
Oh, yes. Thanks, as always, for having me on. Don't really have anything to plug. Go check out Adam's channel. Go listen to Smylex, and the rest of them make fun of some old black and white movies. Yeah,
it's too late for us Brits, but
Yeah.
if you're in America, go fill your boots. And last but by no means least, Zee-ThreePIO. Cheers, my friend.
Thank you for having me on and the little discussions tonight. Great to have all the panel here. And chat, we love you. We love you, chat.
I think I've got a super chat. Brian, you've
Yeah, I don't miss that.
RRTNZ for $5 says, Happy New Brune, chat and panel. Hope that 2024 has started well for everyone.
Low energy, but we'll get there. I missed a super chat on the last one from Johnny Lawrence's mum wishing us all a happy 2024 from Barbara Lawrence. So I think that is it. We're going to be back at the weekend. I have got some top 10s for 2023 ready to go. So we'll sort those out at the weekend. So they're top 10 worst, top 10 best.
Why did you stop at 10, Brown?
It could have been top 100, but never mind. That is it, folks. We will see you at the weekend. And I do believe, is it 12th night on Saturday as well?
Ooh, maybe.
So I think it'll be the last time we have the decorations up. So that is it, folks. Enjoy the rest of the week. We'll see you at the weekend. Take care, everybody. Tally bye. Time for bed.